To be a professional wine taster, all you have to do is remember a simple acronym, the 5 S's. The first S is the S of sight. What you're looking for in a red wine is the range of color from purple to almost a brown. If it's brown, it's probably over the hill, and if it's purple, it's probably too young. Certainly brown is worse than purple because purple wine can get better, more seasoned, more complex, more flavorful, but brown wine usually means it's fully oxidized. But it can be a bricky brown and still be quite good. So that's the first thing you're looking for. This wine is particularly a maroon with a touch of black and not much purple at all. The second S is the S of swirl. The objective of the S of swirl is to aerate as much of the surface of the wine as possible. You can also do the S of swirl. I did it with my in the air, but you can also do the S of swirl on a table, and you'll almost never spill a wine if you do it this way. And as you can see, it flattens out the wine along the edge of the glass, which releases more of the esters into the air. So that's the S of swirl. The third S, of course, is the S of smell. And the S of smell is where you put your nose into the glass, taking a deep breath. Some people even cover part of the glass so that it's even more concentrated. And in the S of smell, what you're looking for is the aromas that you can identify. Alcohol, wood, cherries, berries, fruits. Of course, there's no cherries or berries in the wine, but it does have some of those nuanced aromas. So that's the S of smell. The fourth S is the S of savor. We use the S of savor instead of the T of taste because it goes with the 5 S's. But the S of savor is meant to allow you to understand that you want to have your entire palate involved in the tasting of the wine. You have different sized taste buds on the tip of your tongue that are on the sides of your tongue, that are in the center of your tongue. They're all different sizes, and those different taste buds can taste different sensations. So the S of savor will involve all parts of your tongue, and the way to do the S of savor, please don't think me rude, this is the proper way to taste. Watch this. The S of savor allows you to involve your entire tongue with all of its different sized taste buds so that you can get the acidity on the side of your tongue, the sweetness on the tip of your tongue. The sides are specifically designed to say sour tastes, etc. And together, they will give you a more complete flavor profile of what the wine tastes like. That is the fourth S and the S of savor. As you noticed also, I sucked air through my mouth as I was tasting the wine, as I was savoring the wine, and that's because I want to aerate the wine even more so that in my mouth the wine will show more flavors and more dimension. Finally, the last S is the S of swallow or spit. So if you're tasting the wine and you're doing it professionally and tasting many, many wines in one day or at one sitting, you're going to want to spit the wine. But if you're tasting the wine and you want to drink it, you're going to swallow it. The S of spit or swallow will give you an indication of how long the wine remains on your palate. What is the finishing flavor? Is it pleasant? Is it unpleasant? And we'll demonstrate that last S again. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the S of spit or swallow. So once more, we'll review a little bit more wine. And you know, you can do this nearly every time you taste a wine for the first time. Even if you're at a restaurant, it almost looks seamless. First S is the S of sight. What you're looking for is the color. You're also looking for what we call the legs, the driplets that come down the side. This also indicates sometimes what the viscosity of the wine is. The second S is the S of swirl, so that you flatten out the wine against the side of the glass and thereby release more aromas. The The third S is the S of smell, where you put your nose deeply into the glass and try to glean aromas that you recognize: alcohol, wood, fruit flavors. Of course, again, there's no fruit in it, but nuances of fruits might abound. The fourth S is the S of savor. And lastly, and I just did it, was the S of spit, or, if you're enjoying the wine at a meal, the S of swallow. That's how you taste wine professionally. Just remember the 5 S's, and you're good to go.